A new enterprise between iReport and Dig.com is raising citizen involvement to new levels. But don't take our word for it. NICOLE joins us from the CNN.com control room to let an iReporter share his experience. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nan, we're going to hear from Rick in just a second, but this is all part of a partnership that iReport.com has formed with Dig, and last night the Dig CEO was joined by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi live for a 22-minute interview. A lot of the questions were generated through the Dig community, and people could actually vote for which questions they liked the most. One of those questions was from Rick. He wanted to know why, with the Dems in power, Congress is so gridlocked that it has its lowest approval rating in history. Well, here's a portion of Pelosi's answer.
The reason that Congress is in low esteem is because the biggest expectation for this new Congress was to end the war in Iraq, and we haven't been able to do that. It's my disappointment, too. I give Congress a low rating on that score as well. Not the House of Representatives, but the United States Senate, and therefore the Congress in general.
And Rick joins us on the phone right now. Rick, what'd you think of Speaker Pelosi's response?
Well, I was actually very surprised by her candor and accepting responsibility for Congress's failure to end the war in Iraq. I do believe that is why their approval ratings are so low. And while she did, I think, maybe push a little bit of the blame to the Senate and tried to say, well, you know, the Congress, we have higher approval ratings than Congress in general. I respect her greatly for owning up to what I see as the failures.
Yeah, she also continued with what she saw as the silver lining of helping young people with college loans. You know, Rick, what did you think about this entire process, the partnership with iReport.com and Dig?
Well, I am certainly a big fan of iReport, and I have to confess that I wasn't very familiar with Dig before this whole process, and I thought it was an incredible experience. Some of the questions that CEO Jay Adelson asked of Nancy Pelosi were pretty biting. In fact, when I saw the list of the top questions, I thought, there's no way he's going to ask some of these questions. But he did. These were the questions that the Dig.com community wanted asked, and he asked them, and she answered them pretty directly. And again, I have to give her credit for answering some questions that maybe most mainstream media outlets wouldn't put to, you know, the Speaker of the House.
All right, so a big fan of the democratization of those questions and the whole format. Rick, thanks so much for joining us on the phone. And of course.